Welcome to R&bsauce. This is DJ Pineapples, and today I have a very special guest, an artist that I have been championing on the show. He has such a warm, rich and distinctive tone, and he's just dropped his debut EP, Slow Jam Szn. Welcome, Ebubè. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, you know. Do you know what? This morning, actually, because you know the English weather's been a bit crazy. It was like a few weeks ago it was beautiful, and then it's like gone grey. But this morning, walking here, I was a bit hot, you know. I wasn't expecting
Me
it.
too. In this, I was. This is getting a lot.
But you know what, Ebubè? Let's go back to the beginning. I want to know, like, what are some of your first musical memories?
Ooh, I'd say, in the car, like on the way to church with my mum, we used to sing like gospel in the car, and that's like the first memory of like learning to sing or like learning to harmonize. So yeah, that's like the very first. And I was like when I was like 5 or 6. But actually, no, I started playing the piano at 3. So that's probably the first.
That's actually like crazy. How did you even start? Like, did your mum like buy it for you? How did that at 3 years old, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you just started like talking, not to like it's crazy.
I had like a small keyboard, like one of them Casio keyboards, and then I was classically trained, so I was like, we had a family friend who knew how to play piano, and she used to teach me since when I was like 3, and I used to do like little concerts for like my family when I do each grade. So I'd do a grade, and then I play them for like my grandma and my mom and stuff. So
that's so sweet.
Yeah, that's the first memory I've got of music. So
wow, that's adorable. And your mom, wasn't she a singer as well?
Yeah, so she sings in church, like she leads worship and everything. In Nigeria also, she used to sing in choirs and stuff. Like never professionally, but like in church, it's pretty much, you know, that's where like all the best vocalists come from.
100%. Like gospel for me is like the foundation of R&B.
Yeah. Like
you can just hear it so much. Like it's amazing. Just like listening to the chords, it's so musical. Like the vocalists, like you're saying, are always the best. Yeah. Like all my favorite R&B singers, they came from church.
Literally.
So I want to know, like, what type of music, apart from like gospel that you mentioned, would your family play at home?
Ooh. So yeah, gospel. I'm from Nigeria, so we have like Igbo praise and worship songs. That's like kind of like it's not Afro beats at all. It's kind of like where it came from. So you can imagine like where like they call it like Igbo high life. That's what the genre is called. Okay. And so we grew up a lot on that. Gospel, obviously. Yeah. It was mainly that, really, like at home. It wasn't really like R&B or soul yet at that point. It was kind of like a lot of Kirk Franklin, like CeCe Winans and all.
So I want to know then, like when it comes to R&B, like would you say there was like a specific album or artist that like really sparked your love for it?
Freudian, like Daniel Caesar. That's like my favorite album.
Wow.
Full stop. I think
so that was quite late, right?
Very late. I started like from classical, because I was singing classical even, and then I was like into jazz and so on. Then that's like when I found like Daniel Caesar and like the Freudian album. It must have been like literally when it came out, and obviously Best Part, which at the time wasn't even like as big as it is now. I might be wrong, but
that's a classic, isn't it?
It's a classic.
It's a wedding classic.
It's an everything classic.
Yeah,
like
it's an amazing
if it's
song.
Anywhere, and like when I was learning to play the guitar, it's like a very easy to like play on the guitar as a first song. So you can learn it quite quickly, and then from then I was kind of like, let me just go in more into. Obviously, I had listened to R&B before that, but that was the album that really made me wanna like get into and study R&B and really get into the world of it.
And on that album, isn't Blessed on that album as well? Oh, that's my song. Yeah. That song is incredible. Yeah. So when would you say then that you actually started like singing? Was it super young as well? If you said you were harmonizing at 6, so was it like, so you were just like super musical from a toddler?
Yeah, my mom says I came out of the womb like this, like I was a choir boy, like singing. But now I've been singing. I was in like a classical choir from like 8. And I had to like go to rehearsals for like every single day. It's in like central London. It's called Temple. And I went there, and I'd have to like leave school early. So it taught me like discipline every day from like a really young age, like rehearsals for hours every day.
Yes.
But like it was really like a good base in discipline and like the musical world of practice. You know, learning that you got to practice to, you know, repetition.
To be great, isn't it? Like working on your craft.
Yeah.
It's so important. You know, like a lot of people talk about like being talented, but just say that sometimes like hard work can take over talent if talent doesn't work hard enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, just putting in them hours. Don't they say like, is it 10,000 hours or something for like to be perfect?
Yeah.
So what about some vocalists? Who would you say that you studied?
Ooh, in terms of like R&B or even just like soul, I'd say Donny Hathaway.
What a legend.
Yeah. Legend.
Incredible.
And yeah, just in terms of like when I would listen to him a lot because I just loved his voice, but also his voice range is just much like higher than mine. So like there came a point where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna sing like Donny Hathaway, right? let's give this up. And then that's when Giveon like came up, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, there's a guy that sounds like I can. This the same like baritone range, because there's not really many apart from like Barry White and like Giveon that went into like the mainstream R&B or soul. So yeah, I was learning all of his songs and like really learning the like inflections and everything. But then Brandy, obviously, but we'll get to that.
See, Brandy is just like one of the greatest, right? But would you like Friday has got like a deeper voice as well true. Now.
Friday
so like
too,
Giveon and Friday is kind of like recently there's been like more in the R&B space, isn't it? Which I guess is great for you.
I hope so.
Or is it good also if you're like the only one?
No, but it's always good, like, because we worked with Friday when I was in the group, and he's like a really nice guy and like so talented. He makes a lot of stuff himself too. Yeah. So it's always good to like, you know, artists, we're not in competition. Like I feel like that's one thing that the music industry makes us feel sometimes. It's like, how did their thing do, or what did their thing do? It's like they're making art which is completely different to the next person. Even if you had the exact same voice, you're never going to make the same song. Yeah,
it's very true.
So yeah, it's nice to like connect with people, no matter how like similar you feel like your music is, because then you can relate to people really.
Exactly. Do you know, I actually saw Friday like a year ago at Coco, and he was a great performer. Like he really put on a show. He really takes his craft seriously. Like he had a whole big intro. He had a band. And I'm a live music girl. Like if I go to a show, please don't give me a backing track. I love a full live band. Obviously I know that sometimes when it comes to like having the money, when people are being flown from, you know, sometimes a budget, but it just feels so different when you have like live music. I'm sure you know as a musician.
Yeah, literally.
So do you know what, let's talk about the fact that you do play multiple instruments. What first inspired you to start learning them, and how important has it been in shaping your sound and helping you grow as an artist?
But piano, I don't really think I had a choice. I think it was my parents that got me into it, because I was so young. Yeah. And then like after I learned the violin, so when I was like 6, I started learning the violin, and then like after a certain amount of time, it just becomes part of you. Like you know, the pieces that you're playing or on the violin or whatever, like you just learn to love them, and you learn to be inspired and want to get better, you know, as you see other people play. And I was playing like in school orchestras as well. So then that like group practice environment is like, it's almost like, there's a lot of pressure, I'd say, like in the classical world of you have to like put in the hours, otherwise you just won't be able to play what you're supposed to play. So yeah, that's like where the inspiration for that came. And then like I said, guitar, I remember the moment, it was listening to Best Part, I was like, you know what, let me just try and figure this out. And then I just tried to figure out loads of other stuff, and then started posting videos on TikTok with the guitar and that's how I started playing that. So yeah. So
do you still play the violin now?
I haven't picked it up in a few years because they're really expensive to buy. I need to get like one for myself.
Yeah.
But like schools would always like loan you a guitar because they're like 10k a pop. Like,
yeah.
you can't really be affording that. So yeah, they would like loan me guitars and violins, and then
yeah.
then when I finished,
it's like I haven't got one.
You have to give it back. So no, I haven't played since I left school, but I really want to put like my own like live violin string arrangements.
That would be.
songs,
do you know how much I love the strings?
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Dima, that's something that I love about him. Them like outros where he'll have it. I feel like I'm literally like floating. It feels like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Like, but like in your head, you can like vision that you're going on a journey somewhere. Strings, we need strings, please.
Yes. Yeah.
Get that violin back.
I'm getting it back.
Invest in one. So do you know what? So you are a classically trained violinist. So I want to know, like, because obviously that's a different world to R&B. So what are some of the things that you took from classical training that you've been able to carry into your work now as an R&B artist?
I think it's like it's having the base of like the theory, like music theory, which helps because it's like oftentimes when it comes to like making harmonies, for example, being in a group, like harmonies were very important.
Yes.
So it's like having that base where it's like I don't really have to think about it, like it just comes out like this is the harmony you need to sing, this is the harmony, like and then it just like, you know, so then taking that into now, I feel like having that, you know, that learning and that base of like you're saying 10,000 hours, like without really feeling like I've had to put in loads of work. So I'm really grateful that I did that early, and you know, it makes learning newer instruments easier. It makes like, you know, making songs from scratch easier. It makes like dissecting other people's songs and figuring out why that works, like why people like it so much. It makes that easier too. So
your ear is just very well tuned.
Yeah, thanks to just loads of hours of
theory and you're so right, because you can be a great singer, but just it's the understanding, the deep understanding of music, like you're saying, and just your ear knowing, you know, like you're saying about harmonies and stuff like that, because it does take work. And so I'm guessing that you can read music as well with like the violin and that's great things, I think, just because a lot of musicians as well, I think it's great to obviously play by ear, but when you have that deeper understanding, and it's also, I guess, not as much work in the way you can put it in front of you and you can be like, this is what I'm doing. You don't need to keep listening to it to get it. So it must be easier in that way as well. Okay, so I heard you were originally heading down a different path before music, and then things changed in the lockdown. What was that time like for you, and how did it lead to you deciding to pursue music seriously?
It was a very crazy time. I was at boarding school, so I was like, COVID hit, and that's when I like decided, let me start posting videos. I was in France, preparing to study medicine. So I was going to study medicine out there. And I remember that was also, it happened to be also the time when I started like dabbling in like soul and writing my own stuff of like soul stuff. And I came back to England, started making TikToks, and that's when the people that put the group together like contacted me. They found like one of the TikToks I had made. And this is like just before I was about to finish school. So I was already on my way to get to university. I had the place, everything. And then, like I just got asked to come and like do this thing for a group idea that was being made. And I was like, okay. I received that message on April Fool's Day as well. So I thought it was a prank. I really was not. I didn't believe it. I still didn't believe it until I actually met the others.
I can imagine.
It was like the two of them, they were just in the studio, and they were like, well, you're not meeting the rest of them yet, like, and I was like, is this real, like, and but then eventually I met the other three like a day after, and it was like within 3 days I was in an R&B group. So
that is like
very sudden.
From studying medicine. So before that happened, was there anything in you that did think, do you know what, I do want to be an artist? Like, was that your dream before that kind of like fell into your life, really?
I wouldn't even say like it was my dream in the sense of music has always been part of my life, so it wasn't. I didn't really need it to be a dream, if you see what I mean. Like, it had its place, but in my life, and there was also other stuff. Like, I had to be a lot into the academic side. I was like a lot into my sport as well. So music had its place and was always gonna have its place. Like, I always felt something special from singing. And from music that was always going to be there. It's not like I was not going to do it, you know. But I didn't know that it was going to be like the thing I was doing, you know, as the career. And then when it happened, I was like, yeah, this makes total sense. You know? So.
No, I am so happy that, you know, that the medicine was put aside and now you are here like being an artist, because we definitely need you in R&B. Like, representing for the UK as well. Like, come on. So, you know, we spoke about you making your mark as a member of No Guidnce, and in February this year you released your debut solo single, Where I Wanna Be. So I want to know, like, how important was it for you to choose a first song and like a debut single that really represents your sound and vision, like just being your introduction to everyone as Ebubè?
Yeah, it was very important. Like, and it's like such a tough like decision. It's like, especially when I had the feeling that certain people were like kind of waiting for something, and that's a pressure that I had as a result of having already been in the group, you know.
Of course.
But in reality, I was just like, you know what, let me just put out what I like. And yeah, it was important for me to get the fact that this is like vulnerable, you know, smooth R&B, and yeah, it's trying to be like. It's tough because there's also other songs that I wanted to put out, but it's like, okay, it's not the right time. Like, let's do a progression. Like,
okay, I'm with you.
You know?
Thinking about your rollout.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the like industry side of putting stuff out. But yeah, I think Where I Want to Be was kind of like everybody around me. It was a no-brainer for that one to be the first introduction
to Ebubè. And I know that was co-written by Tyler Lewis as well, right? Shout outs to her. We love Tyler.
She's amazing.
She's incredible.
One of the best vocalists I've ever heard. So.
Yeah, she's actually insane.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your second single, Lay With Me. I just want to say like how nostalgic that it feels, but it still feels very fresh. It gives me that like throwback classic R&B sound, you know. And I love the harmonies and vocal layering on that. I want to know like what inspired that track and what was the creative process like putting it together? Yeah,
so I was listening to Can You Handle It by Usher on repeat at the time. It was just on repeat, and I was like, nah, I need to do something like this, you know. I can't just let this be a thing. And so then like I got home and started putting together the beat. Like, I just put the kicks and the clicks and the guitar, started putting the building blocks together of like the chord progressions, and then I left it for a bit, put some melodies on top, and then I left it for a bit. And I came back to it about like months later.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then I was like, actually this is really good, and made the hook came last. It was like difficult to get, but then when it happened, I was like, yeah, this just feels like it feels like what it's just meant to be. Because sometimes I had the idea in my head of it needs to be like wow, like it needs to be special, like do all these stuff, but it was like a simple melody that I was like, it was one of the first melodies that I came up with, and it was often those are the ones where it's like the most natural and the most catchy and the most, you know, emotional. So yeah, that was that process, and then I left it for a year, and then and then I was like, well, this makes sense to put out now.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So, you know, like with creating, are you like really quite hard on yourself in the studio? Like with ideas that you come up with, is it like, oh, you want to keep on trying new things? Or have you ever been like made a song and it's like the first one you're like, yep, this is it? Or do you always like, nah, let me try some more?
Nah, if it feels right, I'll just go with it.
Yeah. Feeling is so important, right? It's like but I just know that like artists are such perfectionists and they're really hard on themselves. So
no, it's true, because that bit comes afterwards. Like, if a song I don't like something slight about it, I'll just like either I'll just bin it or I'll make sure that it gets good, if I feel like it's good enough but not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But like the initial creating process, I kind of just want it to just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And then make like modifications later.
Yeah.
Like take another run at it after.
Yeah. So do you know what? Talking of like harmonies and vocal layering, like who are some vocalists that you would say you're inspired by?
I mean, Brandy is quite.
The reason I'm laughing is because I just know what everyone's gonna say.
It's just like, the way that the like vocals hit you when you hear it, and it's like, it's just when I first heard that technique of like you do like stacks in the hook and then you have like an ad-lib track in the middle, like I was like, this is just so like crazy. There's so many different things for you to listen out for. And so I was like studying a lot. Like I would be so like meticulous about it. I was trying to listen, like putting my ears towards the speakers, trying to find out like how far to the right and left she put each voice.
Yes.
But like, so I in terms of vocal production, like Brandy,
definitely,
Michael Jackson,
yes,
for sure, Usher as well. A lot of the like 90s, they're good at the like vocal production side. It was like Mary J. Blige too. Yeah. So I would just listen to them loads, and then production kind of sits around that. Yeah.
So do you know what? Let's talk about the fact that you did produce Lay With Me. And I know production is also part of like what you do as an artist. When did you first start like getting into it? And as someone that plays instruments as well, like when it comes to translating your ideas into the sound you want, that must be like really beneficial for you, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like I started not that long ago. It was like 2020.
Okay.
Like that's like when I started, like, because you could say like playing is production, but it's not really. But like I got like my first door, it was Cakewalk, was the first thing I worked in, and like was making stuff in there. And
what's
then
it called?
Cakewalk.
Because like I said, I know so much producers like Ableton, Reason, Logic. Cakewalk.
Cake, as in like a
Cakewalk. Okay.
Walk. Because I got it because it was free.
Okay.
And like you could do quite a lot with the free version. And then like I went to Logic after, and then like now I'm using like Logic and Ableton, like
going in between the two.
Yeah, in between. But it was kind of like you were saying, it's a bit obvious. It's an obvious step to when you want to make your own stuff, just do it like yourself, not have to wait for like, I try and find beats online, but then the beats is like, they're amazing, but then it feels like cheating for some reason. Like it feels like,
well, if you can do it yourself, you got the vision in your mind, you know how you want it to sound, and you can play all these instruments. It just made sense.
Yeah, it made sense, and it's like, it made it so much more fun. Like, the song isn't just what's the hook and what's the lyrics. It's like, how does the hook sit on the chords? How does the instruments that I've put, there's so many more layers to it that make it more of a process and more of a, an art. Yeah.
And I bet also that you feel like really connected to the song because it's literally your creation.
Yeah.
Like you've produced it, you've wrote it, you've sang on it. It's like it's all you.
Yeah. Like you're naturally gonna have a bias towards the songs that I did, but than the ones that I would have made with others. But also it works in the other way. Sometimes, like especially early on, when like I had the self-doubt of, is what I'm making actually good? Like are these beats like actually good? Then I would automatically just be like, oh, my songs are worse than like an actual producer just because I made it, and that's like an idea that's kind of perpetuated also sometimes in the industry, where it's like the name of the person and what they've done before is how good what they make is.
Yes, that's very true.
And it's like, that's just not the case.
So do you feel like you are like doing better with that now? Is it like with your production, you're like, this is it. Like, this is great, But you're so right. Like, a lot of the time with producers as well, it's kind of like, who have you done before? I think the industry in general, like, if you want to do songwriting, or people do just ask, oh, who have they worked with before? It's like a credential thing. And it's like, do you know what? Like, just listen to what I can do, and I'm actually amazing. Like, maybe just give me a chance. But it's like, people always want to see that experience, isn't it? But I just want to say, like, congratulations on dropping your EP, like Slow Jam Szn. Like, I think that it is such a great introduction to you, and I love Foresight as well. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
I love the pre-chorus. Like that really stood out to me when I listened to it.
Thank you.
I listened to it last night, and I was just like, like, I'm really happy, like I said, that you're in this R&B space, And I love the whole like Foresight and what was it? First Sight? No.
Yeah, First Sight.
Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah. And I just feel like you're letting people know, that like Ebubè is here to stay.
Yes.
So I want to talk about another track on the EP called What Can I Do?
Yeah.
Like, I just think it's so beautiful and really showcases that emotional vulnerability in songwriting. And as a male artist in R&B, like I feel like nowadays that's less common, like that openness and vulnerable like lyrics in music. And I want to know, like, how important was it for you to showcase that side to you in your songwriting?
Yeah, like, it's for me, like, the vulnerable word is always what comes up, like, most when I like try and describe what I'm doing. It's like, with that song in particular, I wanted to just talk about issues or like feelings and emotions that guys might not necessarily speak about out loud. Like, you might not even dare, like, it's not what you're expected to write about, And so, yeah, like, that song, and I try not to do it consciously. It's like, I'm just trying to write about how I feel, and then it just comes, whatever comes out, rather than I need to make something that other guys aren't talking about. No.
Yeah, it's just like, natural for you. Yeah.
And then, like, what has to be conscious, though, is, like, breaking down that barrier of, I shouldn't talk about that, That's the bit that I consciously break down.
Yes.
That just allows what's natural to come out.
I think that's so powerful, and I feel like especially like women listening to music, I feel like that's a lot what we do like gravitate to. Like when you think about like classic R&B, like male artists were definitely more open and more vulnerable and just talking about emotions and stuff. And I'm actually not a fan of that like closed thing that seems to be more common nowadays of not opening up and being vulnerable. So thank you for being an artist that does do that, because I feel like it is really needed in R&B, like 100%. So do you know what, let's talk about the title being called Slow Jam Szn. Like I'm such a slow jam girl myself, so I want to know, like, when it came to like choosing the title, what made you be like, yep, Slow Jam Szn it is? It
kind of just, it felt like it was a bit natural, because it was going to be called something else. It was going to be called another song that I was going to put on the EP, but then I couldn't for like sample issues. So it's going to come out at some point, but it just wasn't ready in time. So then I was like, okay, if it's not going to be called that, then what should it be called? And I had been using the like Slow Jam Szn like slogan thing. I was like saying, who's ready for Slow Jam Szn? Just because I love slow jams and like I feel like the songs are, of that description. So, and I was like, why can't it just be called that? This is the time that people are asking for that kind of music, and you hear it in the fact that people are going back to, the Dark Childs, the Aaliyah songs, the slow jams of old. They're going back to it. Meanwhile, we can have it now,
Exactly. So talking about the EP being called Slow Jam Szn, like I'm such a slow jam girl myself, like I said. So I want to know, like, what are some of your favorite slow jams?
Ooh, I'd definitely say "Can You Handle It" by Usher.
Yes,
definitely. And Untitled, D'Angelo.
Oh, a legend, legendary.
Sure. And Daniel Caesar's version of it too, Japanese Denim. I'd say there's also Nothing by Brandy. Oh, that song is crazy.
Incredible.
Crazy.
Incredible.
So those are my favorites, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I talk about this on my show all the time, but I want to say it again. But literally, like, my favorite song of all time is actually When You Touch Me, Brandy. Like, that is like perfection to me. Like, even Teddy Riley on the Talk Box, I love a bit of Talk Box,
all of, like, I feel like, do you prefer Full Moon or Never Say Never or Brandy? Which album of hers is?
It's definitely between Never Say Never and Full Moon. probably gonna go Full Moon, but I love Never Say Never too. What about you?
Never Say Never. I said totally, Never Say Never, but Nothing is on the Brandy album, I think, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But no, that's on Full Moon.
Full Moon, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking it was Full Moon.
But that's probably my favorite Brandy song. I think.
Yeah, that's a great song though. Yeah. I just think Full Moon was so like futuristic and it was so unique and different. But Never Say Never, Angel in Disguise almost doesn't count. Like, it has classic songs on
Boy
there.
Is Mine.
Definitely. So let's get into some more questions about your favorites in R&B, okay?
Yeah.
So I want to know, what are your top 3 R&B albums of all time?
Okay. So I say, and we were saying this always changes, right? Like what I say now is probably going to be different in 2 seconds. But Freudian, Daniel Caesar. Yeah. I think I always say that.
Yeah. That's a special one too, though, isn't it? Like, you picked up the guitar.
Yeah. And like that's one of the few albums that I can listen to front to back constantly, like for years. Like, and it just never gets boring.
Yeah.
No skips.
Definitely.
The Breakthrough.
Okay,
Mary J. Blige.
Love that.
Like Father in You, Take Me As I Am, I think it's here.
Yeah. I remember Alone on that album. Do you remember that song? Alone. That was like...
Where is it? Near the end?
Yeah, it was like a song with a singer called Dave Young. Like, he done a verse on it.
Okay.
But he was like, he's one of them people, like, on my show I have something called a Secret Sauce track, and it's like a track that people may not know about. It was very... that's exactly. But not even an album cut. It's like... some of it has been shelved even, like just people have never heard it. But Dave Young is an artist that I always really loved his tone, but he's got a verse on Alone on that album. So yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, no, that's a great album. And I'd actually say Silk Sonic, Evening with Silk Sonic. Genuinely, like, when you hear it, like the amount of time that's gone into those, making those songs perfect, and what it did at this time. Yeah, it's like a great so it was
album. Like lockdown. I remember when like Leave a Door Open dropped and everyone was like, whoa, what is, because it just feels so like classic. And Bruno and Anderson are like incredible, like talented musicians, like writers, singers, and then we have D-Ma.
Like it's the craziest combination. Like, of course they were gonna make that album. So
exactly. So what about your top 3 R&B modern day classic songs?
Okay, I'd say Snooze.
Yes, it's a great one.
Yeah, definitely say Snooze. Best Part. And I'd also say Pink and White. Frank Ocean. Yeah. Do
you think Frank's gonna be coming back?
Well, apparently. They say apparently every...
I know.
I hope so.
He made such an impact on so much people. Like, it would be amazing to like have him back in the space, you know?
Yeah.
So what about, who are some artists that you feel like you would make magic with?
Loads. Like, my favourites, Daniel Caesar, her, SZA, Leon Thomas, there's loads, Sasha Keeble.
Yep.
There's so many dope artists that like are coming out now.
It for the UK right now.
Crazy.
And Leon as well, like just watching his rise has been so beautiful. Like, he is insanely talented. Did you go to a show in February?
No, I couldn't. But
that was just
different.
Yeah,
I can imagine it was...
Like, watching him come with the guitar, then he's going on the drums, then his vocals are crazy, then he's an amazing writer and producer. I'm just like, what can this... And he's an actor. Like, what can he not do?
I forgot about that. It's true. Yeah.
Like, he actually is a genius.
Yeah.
So just watching him, like, from Mark, like, just really blow up. I'm just like, yes.
He's so deserved. Like, a lot of people are getting more their shine for, like, genuine just talent or hard work, too. Like, him, Victoria Monet, like... all these people are coming to the limelight.
Exactly. They've been grinding for a long time. Like Money Long as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like talent really is shining right now. And I think it's a great time to be an R&B artist, because I do feel like, obviously I've been listening to R&B forever, but I really do feel like there is something special right now. And people are paying more attention to R&B, I feel like, now than like, say, 2019 or something. I feel like people, there's like I would say that the resurgence is already here, but I feel like people are definitely really like make an appreciation for R&B and just see all the talent. Like, and I feel like it's the artists as well that are coming out. Like the level of the songs, the quality is really quality is there right now in R&B. So what about some producers then?
D-Mile, Camper.
Yes.
I think those two for sure. Like we were speaking. Like,
yeah, they're my two too. They're two of the best R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see that happen a bit. Yeah.
Like, Timberland too.
Yeah. He's a legend. Yeah. It's just like that would be so cool. Like I really do hope for you that manifest that you get into some sessions with them as a Ebubè and just like
that would be great.
I think it would be incredible.
Pharrell, I forgot too.
They're like the legendary like 90s and 2000s and Neptunes and Timberland. Oh, like just they make classics. Do you know what I love as well? Like I do love an up tempo, and Neptunes like they just had such a distinctive sound. Yeah. See like Destin Conrad's new song, Kiss in Public. Like that feels very Neptunes inspired as well, and I'm just like, yes. Yeah,
their like legacy is so
definitely
distinct. Like you hear it and it's like, yeah, that's Neptunes. That's like the 4 count at the start. Like there's certain things where it's like iconic. Yeah. You know, and everyone just wants to like emulate. So yeah.
Exactly. I think like all the best producers really have a sound where you don't need to like even hear a tag or anything like that. You just hear the production and you're like, yeah, that's Darkchild or that's Timberland. Like you just know, you know. So I want to know, who are you listening to in R&B right now?
Ooh, definitely Leon Thomas.
Yeah.
Hayley Knox. Do you know Hayley Knox?
I've heard of her. I don't think I've checked out her music though.
She's fire too.
Okay.
Very fire.
Like KNOX, right? Yeah. And yeah, I've definitely seen her name, so I need to check her out there.
She's so fire. Who else? Stevie Wonder again, like some of the old like Stevie Wonder, Al Green. I'm going back to them a bit, like trying to study what they did to Aretha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to see Stevie Wonder in Hyde Park, I think?
He's coming here.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I think
it's like July. Something like that, yeah. Have you seen him before? I've seen him before and it's an experience.
Must be.
It's like a very emotional.
Yeah.
Like I definitely was crying. Like, like this man is just, in terms of like music, he is just like the top, you know. Yeah, I've seen him and Prince as well. Was a great one to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to see Prince. I had tickets to see Michael Jackson and for the tour, and then you know we lost him. So that was. But I saw Janet though. That was like the nearest thing to Janet. Yeah. So yeah, I think like, do you go to shows a lot?
Not really.
No.
Not really. Not too many, but I do love it in the moment. I love it. It's just I need to get to more of them, but also at the same time, like, not for the sake of it. I don't just like want to go for the sake of it. Like,
100%. Yeah,
I want to like feel the music of the person. Like have had some time to listen to what they've done before, so that I can experience it in a different way.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's also good, like festivals, like if I've been doing a festival and then I hear other artists who I've never heard before, sometimes it's better to hear them live first before you then hear it in real life. So it's kind of like a mix. Yeah.
No, I think live shows is definitely my thing.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Beyonce next week, so I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Have you seen her before?
No, but my mom has, so
you need to go.
Yeah, I need to. Everyone's been talking about the tour, so
Beyonce for me, like I've seen so much people, but I feel like Beyonce is definitely one of the greatest when it comes to like just how big her performance is, her vocals, the dancing. It's like she doesn't sound out of breath. I know from young she was on like the treadmill running and singing.
Training early. Yeah.
Dad put her through it. But like it's paid off.
Yeah, for sure. Like even to still be sounding exactly how you were before. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So
she's definitely somewhere, and when like the curtains open and she comes out, everyone is like,
yeah.
It's Beyonce.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like she's been around like all of our life pretty much, you know, and been on top of the game. Like I was such a big Destiny's Child fan as well. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. She's amazing. You need to see her at some point, please.
Yeah, I will do.
So you just dropped your EP Slow Jam Szn. So I want to know, like, for the rest of the year, like, what are your plans?
I've got a lot more music that has just been sitting in the vault that I want to put out too. So I've got planning for another one before the end of the year.
Amazing.
Load more shows. I'm playing tonight for Justin Martin, which will be really good.
Amazing.
I did like my first headline show in Paris a few weeks ago, which was amazing. So I'll probably do another one there and hopefully one here too.
Yes.
Before the end of the year. So yeah, just like keeping busy, keeping consistent with releasing, because I don't like gatekeeping. Like, it's there. The music is on my phone, so I might as well get it out for people.
Yes, we want to hear it.
You know, there's so much finished stuff. I'm pretty much like the second EP, the next one, I'm like 60% there, 70% there. So
wow,
I'm working on that at the moment. So yeah,
so another project by the end of the year as well. And please do a headline show at some point this year. I think that would be great. It'll be great to see you. Like tonight, I do want to come down as well and see you perform. I feel like it's going to be a great show. And I've not seen you live, so I'm excited. You got your guitar with you. So let everyone know your socials, Ebubè, and where they can follow you and keep updated.
Yes, this is Ebubè on Instagram and some other stuff, I think. And on Spotify, it's Ebubè with the accent on the last E, like that. So yeah, that's me.
So as I mentioned, like, you have such a beautiful, distinctive, like warm, velvety tone. So I want to know, would you mind blessing r&bsauce with an acapella?
Yeah. Do you want a specific song? Or
whatever you feel comfortable with.
You don't need to think about the things you've been through. That's before me and you. Tell me, what can I do? You ain't gotta worry, 'cause I'm something brand new. Just turn a new page for me. I'll erase the past. Tell me, what can I do for you? Tell me, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
That was so beautiful. I just want to say, like, congratulations on dropping your debut EP. Like, I am so happy to have you in the R&B space. Like, for my show, like, every week I look at the new releases and I'm just like, yes, like, I know you're always going to be bringing consistent heat. And yeah, just everyone, make sure you go and check out Ebubè's debut EP, Slow Jam Szn. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for all your support as well. I'm always seeing it, so thank you so much.
No problem.